Thank you, Jennifer. Those are some great use cases for video to action. Today, we're going to talk about a little bit of a different use for video to action, because when you think about it, Jennifer, a lot of the power of the stories that we create within Vyond rely upon the action library. So think about it. In order for our stories to resonate with our audience, the characters need to be good actors. But what if you're having trouble finding an action that matches that character's emotion or that situation? So to fully grasp the power of video to action, I'd like for all of us to imagine for a moment that I'm directing a play and you are the actors. And I want you to evoke a certain emotion, a certain way of delivering the lines for this play. And you're going to have one line in this play. The script is one line long. So let's say that you're reading along and you come to this line in the script. I think you can. You're on mute. Nobody on this call can see you, so I'm going to ask you to actively participate. Go ahead and read this line out loud.
I don't think I can.
Jennifer, I love it. Thank you. Thanks for doing that for me. Oh, I'm so glad you're participating. So, if you said it similar to Jennifer, I don't think I can. I might tell you, could you say that line a little bit differently? Say that line as if you are shrinking away from something that you are terrified of.
I don't think I can.
Beautifully done. I love that. Yeah, so you guys try it too. Go ahead and do it. And when you're doing it, you will notice, did you notice the change in Jennifer's voice? Did you notice her actions? She kind of did this a little bit. Yeah, so I don't think I can. Right? It's a completely different action that went along with that line delivery. Let's do another one. What if I told you to deliver the line as if you were punching the other person in the face with your words? You might feel a little bit silly doing this, but I want you to try it, okay? Go ahead.
I don't think I can.
Nice. So did you hear the change in Jennifer's voice? And also, instead of this, she was going toward the camera, right? She was leaning forward. So I don't think I can, right? A completely different reading of the line and a completely different physicality. So I'd like to do it one more time. This time, I would like for our listening audience to stand up. I'm going to stand up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Nobody can see you. And now you're going to deliver this line as if you are teasing someone with it. All right? How would you say it? Great work. Now that you've experienced the physicality of saying that line, you should be able to give your actors, your characters in your animated video more accurate direction. I'd like to demonstrate what I mean by that. I'm going to stand back here, and as I say this line, the same way that you have just said it in those three different ways, I'd like for you to pay attention to how my body moves when I say it. Ready? Take one. I don't think I can. Take two. I don't think I can. Take three. I don't think I can. All right, now that I have done the movement myself, and I have paid attention to the actions of my body, I should be able to go into Vyond's action library. And and search more holistically. So yes, I could search for frightened or scared, but I could also search for the actions that I did, like I withdrew. Maybe clasping hands would be a close representation of what I did physically. So it expands your search options. And if you find the action that is the best action for your character, pick it, apply it to your character, and move on. But if you can't find it in the library, video to action, here we come. Rance 2, take it away.
Thanks, Rance 1. Nice acting, by the way. If you are having a hard time finding exactly the right action in the Vyond Action Library, videotape yourself doing the action. Then, to upload your acting video, click on the character. Rance 3 will demonstrate for us. Click the Action button, then click Generate Action. Choose which video to upload. The video can't be longer than 10 seconds, and that's about how long it takes to upload. This is where Vyond works its magic. Once the video is uploaded and converted to an action, you can preview it and apply it to your character. Now it's doing an action very similar to yours. Go for it, Rance 3. Rance 3. I need a boring click-through PowerPoint awareness course with lots of text on the screen, pointless graphics, locked navigation, and droning narration. I don't think I can. Rance 3. You didn't respond to my email, voicemail, LinkedIn direct message, social ping, or text with all those cute emojis. I really want you to speak to our marketing team about how to use the 3 little pigs to sell. What do you say? I don't think I can. Hey, I could star in one of your stories. Think you could write me in? I don't think I can.
All right, so I hope you see the power of video to action to communicate emotion and give characters realistic reactions by being an actor yourself. So as you are thinking about directing yourself for a video that's going to be used in Vyond as video to action, I'd like for you to focus on the action rather than the emotion. So think about the direction that I gave you. Shrink back, punch, tease. These are very specific actions that give you more to go on than just say that line like you're scared or angry or sassy. It also keeps you from doing something that might be stereotypical or cartoony. It keeps the actions real. Let me give you some tips on how to videotape yourself as well. I set up a phone in portrait, not landscape. I have this inexpensive tripod that holds the phone in place, and videotape your entire body so that Vyond's video to action tool can detect where your feet are, where your head is, and everything in between. And keep the video less than 10 seconds. Now, I made a video that contains the actual video of Rance 1, me, doing the action, alongside Rance 3 doing that same action. And I'd like to share that with you. And as you watch it, I want you to notice the movements that I do that work really well for video to action, and those where there might be a couple of problems. And as you are watching the video, go ahead and type in the chat your observations about what you're noticing that you like, and some of those things that, hey, I noticed that this might be a little glitchy. So go ahead and put those in the chat as you're watching. Here's the video. right, I love those observations coming in. I'm going to be commenting on those observations in just a moment. One of the things that I really love about video to action is that the motions of the character are nice and fluid, and they respond very well. Also, I love that it picks up subtle shifts of weight, which make it seem even more natural. So, and you've put a lot of things that you like as well in the comments. Love that. Let me share also with you some tips on how to videotape yourself, some of those technical things. For instance, you may have noticed that because of that subtlety that the character picks up on, if you want the character to move quickly, then usually your movement when you videotape yourself is going to be exaggerated and sharp. So if you want your character to be emphatic, you're probably going to have to be very quick and sharp in your own movement for that to come across as such for your character. Also, you may have noticed a few little glitchy things happening. If your movement is a little too complex, or your body, like your arms cross one another, that starts to get a little bit complex for the tool, and it may wig out a little bit and make your character's hand disappear for a moment or do something a little funky. Another good rule of thumb is just to keep your feet planted. Otherwise, the tool will make the character's foot flick from one position to another. And then tiny gestures, like you noticed at one point I was doing this with my hand and it did not pick up that little movement. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You may have also noticed that when the head goes too far down or too far up, the tool will not detect that. It will just take it to whatever position it can take it to and stop there. I'm still experimenting. I'm experimenting with walking actions, sitting actions, 3/4 views. So stay in touch with me by subscribing to schoolofstorydesign.com and keep up with the latest innovations. I'll be sharing how to use these features and Vyond to make your stories shine. So thanks for being with me. Thanks for being so willing to act with me today, especially you, Jennifer. And thanks for inviting me to direct you.